to say it.
Why not?
I don't like to say it.
Have you ever said it?
No, sir.
Try it.
I don't like to say it.
Try it.
Really? Seriously?
We're not going to have this conversation unless you say it.
How are we going to get rid of racism?
Stop talking about it.
Who you wound up supporting in the election?
It's none of your business.
Watch how black celebrities silence woke interviewers in ways that will astonish you. Unbelievable moments that truly occurred. Number 10. Lil Wayne shuts down woke agenda on racism and Black Lives Matter.
America didn't seem to understand that Black Lives Matter.
It just sounds weird. I didn't know that you put a name on. It's not a name. It's not whatever. It's somebody got shot by police for a reason. I am a young, black, rich. If that don't let you know that America understands Black matter these days, I don't know what it is. Don't come at me with that dumb man. My life matter, especially to my.
Do you separate yourself from it?
I don't feel connected to a damn thing that ain't got nothing to do with me. If you do, you crazy as you.
It's 2016, and Lil Wayne is positioned opposite ABC's Nightline, prepared to respond. The interviewer seeks to understand why the New Orleans rapper, who has encountered various challenges, hasn't joined the Black Lives Matter movement. They confronted him with, "Do you think racism is still an issue?" Wayne? He doesn't feel the need to apologize. He says, "I don't feel connected to it. I never dealt with racism." Quiet. The interviewer is stunned. However, Lil Wayne is not finished. He directly confronts the narrative by saying, "I simply trust in myself." It was a shutdown of monumental scale. The interviewer is pressuring, attempting to pull him into their progressive agenda, but Wayne refuses to yield. He dismisses the complete victim mindset, disrupting the entire story. What he said? An insult to anyone who believes that black individuals can only perceive the world through a uniform, shared perspective. Number 9. Khabib Nurmagomedov surprises with rejection of gender identity.
America, we have a few hundred genders. How many genders do you guys have in Russia?
Here is like, I see only women and men. There is no...
Let's bring it to the UFC. Khabib Nurmagomedov, a champion with steadfast principles, makes a sensational statement about woke culture in an interview. What is the subject? Gender identity. The interviewer, attempting to explore contemporary gender theories, questions Khabib on his stance regarding the concept of multiple genders. The question carries the assumption that Khabib is expected to support the woke agenda. However, Khabib, he goes directly to the essence of it. "I don't understand this. Men and women, that's it. There are no other genders," he states. It was a moment that caused people to pay attention. The impact of a globally esteemed individual dismissing a crucial aspect of woke culture spread well beyond the realm of sports. And here's the twist. His straightforwardness didn't merely go against woke standards. It questioned the core of how individuals perceive gender in today's world. Bold, fearless, unrepentant. Number 8. Kanye West reveals shocking truth about cancel culture.
I smack the shit out you when I see. Don't tell me what the fuck to do ever in your life, boy. None of y'all Hollywood plant ass niggas tell none of us what we do. This our culture now. It's up. You can't cancel none of us. It's up, boy.
Oh, you knew Kanye was bound to be on this list. In 2018, Kanye West was seated opposite the TMZ team. And I can assure you, the vibe in that room was about to change. The inquiry? What do you think about people getting canceled for their opinions? The interviewer, feeling self-satisfied and enlightened, anticipated Kanye to fidget and conform to the politically correct storyline. Warning, that's not the outcome. Kanye leans closer, gazes into the camera, and reveals this shocking statement. "I'm not afraid of losing my fans. I fear only God." Bam! Here it is. In a single statement, Kanye dismantled the narrative of cancel culture. The notion that famous individuals must conform to public demand and suppress their opinions due to fear departed. His statements created a stir across social media. The interviewers, astonished. The spectators, shaken. However, Kanye, without a worry in the world. This was Kanye boldly embracing his reality. And wow, did it resonate deeply. Number 7. Denzel Washington says none of your business.
What was the question?
Well, that was a question. Who you wound up supporting in the election? presidential race?
It's none of your business.
None of my business?
None of your business.
Well, I'm only asking.
Denzel Washington, the ultimate icon, faced a surprise from a CNN interviewer. Who did you vote for in the 2016 election? It was a loaded inquiry, designed to elicit a political response from him, something to provoke the situation. However, Denzel, as calm and unfazed as always, provides the ideal reply. None of your business. Bang. The space falls quiet. Denzel did not react. He remained steadfast. The person conducting the interview? Amazed into total quietness. That, right there, a genuine mic drop moment. With a single statement, Denzel dismissed the whole woke narrative that claims every aspect of a celebrity's life is open for scrutiny. This was not solely about an election. It concerned individual limits. Denzel made it perfectly clear. There's a boundary, and he wasn't going to allow anyone to cross it. His message was strong and unrepentant. Not every aspect of me is yours to understand. In a society fixated on excessive sharing, Denzel's stance served as a strong reminder that true strength lies in managing your own story. Confidentiality, that is holy. Number 6, Denzel Washington addresses race relations and imprisonment.
I just ask you, though, about the issue of race relations, because the film touches upon that. Right now, under President Obama, over the last 8 years, in your mind, have race relations improved under his leadership?
Race relationships have to do with race relationships. You're white or whatever you are. I'm black or whatever I am. We're standing here talking now. That's how we get things done. You can't legislate love. The President of the United States can't legislate us into liking each other. We have to step forward and ask questions about each other and engage. There's no law that says, oh, because I'm president, you all got to get along now.
In 2015, Denzel Washington participated in an interview regarding race and incarceration. But what followed was truly a masterclass in dismantling a woke agenda. The interviewer sought to ensnare him with the usual story about the justice system and the law, all responsible for the challenges faced by black men. Yet Denzel? He wouldn't accept it. When inquired, "Do you think the system is to blame for how black men are treated?" Denzel retorted, "The system is not the problem. The problem starts at home." Bang. In an instant, he revealed the shocking truth that took everyone by surprise. He was determined not to allow the interviewer to avoid the actual topic. Denzel didn't fault the system. He highlighted the true sources of the issue: family, individual accountability, responsibility. It wasn't a gentle reply. It wasn't a socially aware reaction. It was a type of truth that compels individuals to face their reflections and confront difficult inquiries. Denzel's message urged people to take action. Transformation begins at home. Full stop. No justifications. Number 5. Morgan Freeman shuts down Black History Month.
Black History Month, you find
Ridiculous.
why?
You're going to relegate my history to a month?
Oh, come on.
What do you do with yours? Which month is White History Month? No,
Well-
come on, tell me.
Well, I'm Jewish.
Okay, which month is Jewish History Month?
There isn't one.
Oh, why not?
Yeah.
Do you want one?
No.
No, I don't either. I don't want a Black History Month. Black history is American history.
How are we going to get rid of racism?
Stop talking about it. I'm going to stop calling you a white man.
Yeah.
And I'm going to ask you to stop calling me a black man. I know you as Mike Wallace. You know me as Morgan Freeman.
You assumed this was going to be a celebration of Black history, right? All right, reconsider. Morgan Freeman, the iconic figure, transformed a simple question into a total takedown in an interview with 60 Minutes. The interviewer nonchalantly inquired, "Do you think there should be a Black History Month?" Freeman, in his trademark composed yet unmistakable authority, replied, "I don't want a Black History Month. Black history is American history." Bang. Microphone drop. Freeman wasn't merely dismissing the notion of a month for Black history. He was completely dismantling the idea of racial categories entirely. He made it abundantly clear: Black history is not something distinct or isolated. It's interwoven with the core of American history. By questioning the interviewer's inquiry, Freeman asserted his position, insisting that society perceive history comprehensively, rather than through the perspective of racial division. He wasn't merely discussing history, he was addressing unity and dismantling the barriers that separate us. Freeman's statements struck like a lightning bolt, compelling, intense, and unrepentant. Number 4. Samuel L. Jackson challenges interviewer to say the N-word.
Oh, I don't want to say it.
Why not?
I don't like to say it.
Have you ever said it?
No, sir.
Try it.
I don't like to say it.
Try it.
Really? Seriously?
We're not going to have this conversation unless you say it.
Samuel L. Jackson is familiar with confronting individuals. Yet this instance, absolute myth. During an interview, a journalist attempted to stir trouble by mentioning the contentious subject of the N-word. The journalist inquired, "What do you think about the use of the N-word in modern society?" A tricky question, isn't it? However, Jackson wasn't accepting any of it. Without missing a beat, he met the interviewer's gaze and retorted, "If you're gonna ask me about the word, you say it." Bang. Discuss changing the narrative. The interviewer appeared surprised, noticeably uneasy, and one could nearly sense the tension surrounding them. Would they have the courage to express it? Not a possibility. And Jackson was aware of it. It was a strategic maneuver. He wasn't merely dismissing the inquiry, he was dismissing the whole agenda behind it. This occasion transcended race and language. It was about being genuine. Jackson was explicit. Only pose the question if you're prepared to confront the truth directly. Number 3. Samuel L. Jackson coaches Leonardo DiCaprio on saying the N-word.
Leonardo DiCaprio had a problem saying the word nigga. Pal, it's tough for me to say this. And I remember Samuel L. Jackson going, "Get over it, motherfucker. It's just another Tuesday, motherfucker. I don't give a fuck about these motherfuckers. Look who I am, motherfucker. Fuck." And it was like, and I said, Leo, we're not friends. I said, this is just another Thursday. This is your property. These are humans. These are your property.
You'll excuse me a moment.
Okay, let's discuss Django Unchained, a movie that was not merely about narrating a story, but rather facing the harsh reality of race in America. We all recognize that Samuel L. Jackson speaks his mind candidly, and this instance is no different. Behind the curtains, Jackson didn't merely perform, he demanded genuineness. Regarding that contentious N-word scene, Jackson took Leonardo DiCaprio to the side and stated, "You gotta say it, Leo, for the realism." DiCaprio. He appeared quite uneasy, moving in his chair, attempting to evade it. However, Jackson, he was not accepting any of it. This wasn't aimed at pleasing DiCaprio. It was focused on ensuring that each word and every part of the film conveyed truth, regardless of how difficult it might be to accept. Jackson expanded limits, and not solely for the purpose of art. He ensured that no one softened the uncomfortable truths. Number 2, Samuel L. Jackson rejects Joe Rogan's N-word apology.
Sincere and humble apologies. I wish there was more that I could say, but all of this is just me talking from the bottom of my heart. It makes me sick watching that.
On the Joe Rogan Experience, Joe Rogan attempted to express remorse for using the N-word in earlier podcasts. He tried to justify his actions, but Samuel L. Jackson wasn't receptive to it. Rogan, attempting to ease the tension, asserted he had utilized it in multiple situations, but Jackson wasn't convinced at all. With his distinct intensity, Jackson retorted, "You don't get to apologize for that. You used the word casually, like it was nothing." Jackson was unapologetic. To him, this wasn't just a standard celebrity apology, it was about honesty. There's a significant distinction between employing the N-word in art, where context plays a role, and carelessly using it for shock appeal. Jackson wasn't interested in insincere apologies. He was resolute in safeguarding the world's cultural heritage. In this intense moment, he established a firm boundary, indicating that respect for the word wasn't subject to discussion. Jackson wasn't merely dismissing Rogan, he was clarifying cultural boundaries, unwilling to allow anyone to bypass or lessen the importance of the term. Number 1, Denzel Washington reveals the definitive truth about race and love.
Race relationships have to do with race relationships. You're white or whatever you are, I'm black or whatever I am. We're standing here talking now. That's how we get things done. You can't legislate love. The President of the United States can't legislate us into liking each other. We have to step forward and ask questions about each other and engage. There's no law that says, oh, because I'm president, you all got to get along now. So it's up to us.
And there's been so many.
Brace yourselves, as this one strikes hard. Denzel Washington, a figure often associated with controversy, confronted the woke agenda directly and left everyone in awe. When the topic of healing racial divides arose, Denzel was straightforward. He didn't offer meaningless cliches or advocate for additional legislation. No, he revealed this shocking statement: love is the answer. It can't be legislated. Drop the mic, that's all. No further speeches. Eliminate all distractions. This was not merely a straightforward remark. It represented a significant change in the discussion. Amidst the uproar for policy reforms and political answers, Denzel was unequivocal. The answer doesn't lie in added regulations. It's found in authentic, true human connection. Disregard the politicians. Disregard the advocates. It's love, straightforward and genuine, that heals. And I must say, this was not merely a significant moment. It represented a groundbreaking challenge to the whole woke narrative. Are we truly capable of facing the truth? What moment impacted you the most? Which celebrity held firm in a way that stayed with you? Leave a comment down below and make sure to click the like button if you want more of these unapologetic truth bombs.